Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play the other Kyrandia. Now, it seems I missed a few things the last video, so I'm going to try to show them. The first thing is at the willow tree. If you actually look at the tree, the willow is a large magical tree which radiates a mystical power beyond anything of this world. Many strange and exotic symbols have been carved elaborately into the trunk, which read, O servant of Tishana, and pay homage to thy source of life energy, for thy power to be recognized by the forces of nature and magic. You notice that the first word has been partially worn away by time, or something else. Well, now that we know what we have to do here, it's clear that that word is kneel. Let's see, next up, here at the village temple, let's look at the altar. The altar has been constructed from the finest marble of Kyrandia, pure white with a holy radiance to its smooth, shiny surface. Inscribed in gold are the words, To thou whom seeketh thy power, praise thy power with all thy heart and soul. Offer thy wealth generously, for thy physical body is nothing to thy soul, and glory be to the great goddess alone. Now there's a big clue. Also, if you pray, as you pray, a vision of the goddess Tishana appears in your mind, standing before you in a holy brilliance of light. She smiles and speaks softly to you. One of your many quests must be the realization of your astral origins. Seek thy birthstones and prove thy knowledge. So at least we know what we need to do. Here we are at the Glade of Pines. I realized what I had done wrong last time. So let's go. First I need 3 pine cones. Then we go up to the fountain and we look at the, well, we look. Remember this cryptogram? Well, if we offer true love to Tishana, the goddess blesses you. And then throw the pine cones in, if I can type it right. As you toss the pine cone into the fountain, a genie suddenly appears above the fountain and states, Thanks for your donation. A scroll has been delivered somewhere within the forest of Kyrandia as a sign of our thanks. The genie then vanishes. So now, somewhere in this forest is a scroll. Problem is finding it. But I'll do that some other time. Oh, here's a dryad. Okay. Funny thing, if you try to kiss a dryad, the dryad nimbly escapes you, giggles, smiles, and gives you a kiss. Nothing really important, just kind of amusing. Whoa, there's a dragon. Suddenly, the sky darkens above you as the shadow of a huge dragon covers you. You hear ear-shattering screech echo all around you, and you feel a powerful blast of hot wind which almost knocks you senseless. Just one of those little events that makes things more interesting. And here's an orchid. And I just not a well. The orchid, strangely enough, seems to be of solid gold. It sparkles with a magical brilliance as you examine it, almost enchanting you with its simple glitter. But again, it's another thing that I don't know what it's for, so I'm just going to leave it. And here is a lilac. It's a small white flower. Yeah, that's it. That's all it says. And here's a bracelet. The bracelet has been wrought from pure white gold, a very rare element indeed. It sparkles as you examine it closely, almost as though trying to enchant you with its dancing brilliance. And here's the scroll. Let's take a look. Who knows what will happen when I read this, so. As you read the scroll, it suddenly vanishes in a flash of yellow light. Suddenly, a tome mysteriously appears in your hands. I don't know why that appeared twice, but whatever. A tome. I don't know about this. As you read the tome, it vanishes in a puff of purple smoke. All your spell points of energy have been magically drained. Well, could have been worse. Ah, here's a bloodstone. I'm definitely gonna go and try it at the altar. Okay, here goes. Darn. Well, only thing left is the moonstone, which I think is the rarest gem in the entire game. Even rarer. I don't know, I'm going by by their values. Diamonds don't seem to be quite that rare. Maybe it was just luck. But diamond is worth 20 gold or 30 gold, and moonstone is worth 32 gold. Well, see you later. Aha! At last! It's a moonstone. You know, I should examine this. I didn't examine everything, all of the gems, so let's look at this at least. The moonstone is a fascinating, milky white, precious stone, no bigger than your thumb and forefinger. As you examine it, a strange tingle runs down your spine, and you feel the presence of magic. So let's take it over to the altar. Okay, here we are. Offer moonstone. The goddess Tashana accepts the offer of your birthstone. At last, you feel the urge to complete the offering with the rest of your birthstones. Just 3 more to go. Hopefully they're not onyx, diamond, moonstone, or anything like that. Well, here's another moonstone. I better check to see if that's my second birthstone. Nope. Well, had to check. And a diamond and a sapphire. Nope, not a diamond. I've already tried a sapphire, so I can just go sell that. And a couple of opals. Now let's try the opal. Offer. I'm gonna offer it, not sell it. amethyst. Oh, and here's a clue. Suddenly a small green elf jumps from out of nowhere. The elf whispers to you, "Travel fast and travel far. Thou shalt never escape the wrath of Tsar." The elf then tips his hat to you and vanishes as quickly as he had appeared. And for some reason, it's also telling me about this as if I'm someone else. There are a lot of bugs in this game. Anyway. Nope, not an amethyst. Ah, here's an onyx. That's one of the things I didn't examine when I had a chance. So, I'll do it now. The onyx is a smooth, jet black rock about the size of your palm. Looking at it closely, it reminds you of a pool of inky water, reflecting surrounding images with almost mystical clarity. And I think I'm going to skip the rest of my searches. I just fill in little things like this from now on. Yay, the onyx is my second birthstone. Okay, I've been generating a few scrolls, so let's see what this one has in store for us. As you read the scroll, blah blah blah, the iced tea spell is added to your spell book. Well, I have no idea what that is. I'm not going to try it right now, but maybe later. Much later. And another one. Any gold you may have been holding vanishes in a purple flash of light. Great. I had quite a lot, too. Well, what can you do? Third birthstone, opal. Well, look at this. Suddenly a small green elf jumps out from out of nowhere. The elf smiles at you and hands you 9 gold pieces. The elf has just given Daniel 9 gold pieces. The elf then tips his hat to you and vanishes as quickly as he had appeared. That's very nice. Okay, well, it's been several hours, so I'm going to take a break now and upload what I have. Next time, for sure, I'll get that last birthstone. Until then, goodbye.